like they're not in Ness's favor and made them look very doable at worst.
Yeah. He
has dropped a set to Cheeks before, but he's also picked it back up. I don't know their exact set count. I could probably pull that up in between games here.
Yeah, go ahead and go for it, because I'd like to set up the story here between these two, because these are two guys that are known for, you know, going for absolutely wild stuff. But the thing is that neither of these two guys are indiscriminately wild. We talked about it earlier in the set with Cheeks versus Eclipse, where we were talking about how when Cheeks is on fire, this is a guy that's actually playing a really solid defense when he's on fire. And Awestin, while he plays a solid attack when he's on fire, it's a very particular attack that, like, right there, doesn't commit to anything particularly hard, and he knows his spacing so well that you say, man, he just keeps pressing buttons, but he makes them so safe that you struggle to find the openings that you need to get in on him. So that's why Austin's already up in stock right now.
Up out of shield is old reliable for Cheeks. Got Awestin at a very high percent. He needs to watch out for these forward airs, back airs, or limit moves out of Cloud.
Ooh, catching him before that up B could come out. The climb hazard does come out, I guess, a little bit slower than that Ness jab, but this time getting him out of the danger once again.
Cheeks kind of flicking his shield after the side magnet to anticipate a aerial afterwards. But Awestin mixes up his timing pretty well, not gonna get parried that easy.
Like the idea of the nair there off stage, but a great recovery there from Cheeks. He knows his distances.
Nice timing on the get-up attack to throw Awestin off, anticipating a roll away.
Ooh, dash away and tried to catch Awestin chasing him, but steadfast in the defense. Cheeks, again, once with a good recovery. Really knowing how to maneuver around these PK Thunders, at least as best as you can with Cloud. Man, I think maybe trying to conserve that limit, although this time...
So Awestin there was anticipating a very quick blade beam, rather.
But did that matter?
He wanted to bat it back. Instead, he just tossed it out and caught Cheeks dashing in.
Boy. A lot of things going right for Awestin right now, and one of those things is that Cheeks cannot find a kill. This is actually more of a problem for Cheeks than it is something that's going well for Awestin. But,
so
can I get an edge guard?
That's a back throw to reset the situation when with so much.
This is what I'm talking about when I say that Awestin is so aggressive but so careful with it, is that he throws out that forwarder, because if Cheeks drifts in, fine. Like, I get the kill.
Buffered the forward air. Unfortunately, probably was doing a ledge drop forward air, but that little nick by the yo-yo
messed him
caused
up.
the buffer.
It is such a brutal move. So, man, Cheeks quickly down 1-0, and I feel like the big thing that we're seeing from Cheeks, at least in that game one, I saw a lot of times Awestin would get up in his face, and Cheeks would get flustered, and he would get really nervous, and he wouldn't be able to commit to an option quick enough. And then Awestin would be able to react to him, you know, still being in shield or dashing away again while he tries to think of what he needs to do when Awestin approaches him. And Awestin took advantage of it, kept chucking Cheeks off stage. And importantly, you know, Awestin just kept, you know, positioning himself in a way where he wasn't going to die when he was getting hit. There's a scene in Ace Combat 7, which I just finished playing for the second time, where you fight against Mr. X. He's the main enemy ace. He's like the legendary ace that the enemy has on their side. And at one point you get into a dogfight with him, and he does, if you get hit with a missile, you know, he tells his wingman, he's like, I got a hit. And his wingman's like, oh, nice, did you down him? And he's like, no. He managed to take it in a non-critical area. I'll show you how to do that sometime. And right now, Awestin is looking like Mr. X. He's been taking those just glancing blows, the nicks, off the side of the Ness's, you know, fortified head. That's why he lived at 216 and didn't drop a stock. Took the hits in non-essential areas.
Definitely played around the kill options of Cheeks. He didn't mind taking any other random hits as long as he's avoiding the kills.
Great air dodge.
Caught him out of his double jump there, but Awestin was able to reset on the ground.
I'm telling you, dude, that thing is Falcon Stomp reincarnated on a small child.
Cheeks Jumping the gun on that recovery and Awestin reacting accordingly. That side magnet is so terrifying because it can convert either to his aerials or set up aerial pressure on your block. And those drag down multi-hit aerials landing next to you on block are pretty scary to deal with, but goodness.
That's the fact that we're seeing so many cross slashes is a result of Awestin saying, I know my spacing, you know, I'm going to do this safely. And Cheeks says, you're still fading in and I have a giant sword. I'm going to swing 20% at you every single time.
Cross slash is a phenomenal anti-air option.
Which you wouldn't think about because it's like, oh, it's in front of him, right? And you're like, no, he swings from the top down.
Right, and just the big disjoint in front of him catches the general, like, 45-degree angle that Austin's been going for.
Okay, I was expecting Cheeks to do the limit blade beam on the side of the stage, but he realized that Awestin was too low and said, all right, I'm back on stage. I've won this interaction because I am alive and you are not. All right, limit gone from Cheeks right now, and giving up a little bit of stage to try to get Awestin to approach him, but this time Awestin stutters the timing that he comes in at, and that allows him to catch Cheeks dashing back in with those forwarders. All right, once again, Cheeks retreating, but this time Awestin not quick enough on the draw to punish him for it.
Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful setup, but Cheeks reacted a little bit too late to actually take the stock off of the exchange.
All right, having to use the limit to get back, but Cheeks was fine with that, so he simply took what he had. All right, I love that by Cheeks. I was waiting to get on him for fading into Awestin and trying to attack him on the way down and get greedy, but he never did, and I love seeing that.
That air dodge to recover in that situation was so beautiful by Awestin. He had no jump, no other options, but to air dodge with that timing to get through the blade beam.
Ooh, pulling out the PK Thunder at the ledge. Great from Awestin. I thought that he may have done the air dodge into the stage again, but he knows how to mix up his options on the recovery, man. You gotta as Ness.
Cheeks started this stock at 0 to 100, and it now has brought it almost all the way back. Awestin is the one who takes the exchange, but is sitting at 130%. Cheeks not far off from evening up this game, making a last stock situation.
But the question is now, how does Cheeks get the stock? Because you think, first of all, you're like, all right, back air's a great move, right? But the fact that he doesn't have any confirms off the grabs means that Awestin can play a very shielded game. He can be so defensive, and yet he chooses not to because look at this guy.
Goes too far for that grab, gets spot dodged, and that gives him time even to get that second hit of the down smash. Whipped grabs have so much punishable unlock in this game. That's why Awestin likes to go for those confirms off the drag down fairs and up airs.
Ooh, a good idea by Cheeks, and is able to air dodge out, having the mental fortitude to know, okay, I can DI up out of this PK fire and then air dodge back on stage and even it up.
Awestin slowly drifts to ledge, gets that neutral get up caught. Cheeks catches him out of the jump. Again, Awestin air dodges and grabs Cheeks out of the second blade beam attempt. Has to use the limit.
Boy, yeah, Awestin just threatening that forwarder the whole way through. He says, if you jump, you die. And Cheeks was like, all right, man, I respect that. I'll just grab my limit and go.
Crossing over Awestin with the back air, resets a ledge situation again. Back air catches Awestin going too aggressive. Awestin keeps drifting in at these ledge situations, and Cheeks is fully taking advantage of it. Just outside range of the fair, though.
Great stall.
Austin's been adjusting his ranges. Get him attack, fully invincible, is going to punish charge smash attacks at the ledge. I don't know how he avoided that back air. Awestin's weave game is incredible.
It's gotta be, man. It's gotta be if you're playing Ness at this level, and you gotta be more careful when you pull out the cross slash against Awestin, because that back throw is brutal. And Awestin says, all right, Miss Fritz, I'm a head out.